Meat bicycle!
Hello everybody, welcome back to another modded weapon guide here on Borderlands 2. Today I'm back to review another weapon, and this one is brought to you by a new person that I haven't reviewed before on the Borderlands 2 community GitHub, and I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation of his name here, so I'm just going to simply say it's Kieirtrio. Again, if I've messed that up a little bit, then I do apologise for that. But as you can see, it's a pistol, what we're reviewing today, but with a little bit of a twist. It actually shoots out the same projectiles as the Storm sniper rifle, and it's a pretty impressive display really. I always did like the Storm, how it looked when it fired, and this thing is just absolutely awesome. The fact that it's much faster firing than a sniper rifle, and you can just get so much damage on this thing. It's unreal. It just puts a complete blanket of shock projectiles down, and kind of like splash damage projectiles. Awesome for stripping shields, for sure. I mean, I took this to Wildlife Exploitation Preserve before I filmed this, and just started shooting stalkers, and the shields just went completely away, which was really good. But yeah, anyway, without further ado, this is the Fortis, the Shock Blitz Bonanza pistol, as I'm calling it. So I'm going to be reviewing it, letting you guys know exactly what this does, but as always, we're going to start off by showing you exactly where to get it. So you can click on the link in the description, which will take you straight to this, or you can just go over to the Borderlands 2 community GitHub, click on Borderlands 2 mods, and then head down to Kieirtrio's section. Click on that, and there's a few little things in there, but we are going to be clicking on the Fortis, which is just there, and then that will bring up the weapons page of all the information you need to know about this weapon, as well as the code to make it into the modded weapon. But yeah, just click on the raw tab at the top right, right click, save as into your Borderlands 2 binaries folder. Remember what you saved it as, log into the game, and execute it using the console commands, which I've just done right here, and that will change our weapon into the Fortis. Now the weapon you need for this is the Maggie pistols, which can obviously be farmed in the dust from Mick Zafford, or you can obviously give yourself one in the actual GitHub section for the Fortis. He does provide a gibbed code for the Maggie, so you can go ahead and copy that into gibbed if you can't find a code for it. So yeah, anyway, that's what it looks like, the weapon, and like I said, all you've got to do is fire it, and it will go wherever you fire it, and then just put a blanket of shock projectiles down around it. So this is great weapon for mobbing. It's a great weapon for getting those shields off of enemies, and just all around pretty fun and impressive to look at. So we're going to go give it a try out, and I'll run through what it does and the changes and my opinions on this weapon. So we're going to carry on with our run through Southern Shelf Bay, and I'm just going to do this area right here, because it's so small area with loads and loads of enemies around it. I thought it'd be a good place to test this thing out. So yeah, not too much needs to be known about this weapon. There's not you know, movement speed increases, or you know, changes to the actual fire rate or things like that. It is just a simple Maggie replacement with the Storm projectiles on there as well. The skin on it is made from the actual Storm community patch 3.0, which was made obviously by Shadow Evil, and that's pretty much all you need to know. It's still a Jacob's pistol, so it fires as fast as you can pull the trigger, but like I said, it's much faster firing than the Storm, so you can just put a blanket of these projectiles down much quicker, especially with this setup I'm using right now. It's kind of a custom build for a good pistol, 0, and as you can see, the fire rate is awesome. You get extra shot chances, all sorts of things like that. Plenty in the mag. There's 15 mag size on it, so you can obviously fire like hell with it. I believe it uses, yes it does, it uses 2 ammo per shot as well. And there's red text on this weapon says a storm is coming. So as part of, well, as far as the damage on this thing goes, as you can see, I am using deception, putting some kunai down to slag enemies, but you do not need it really. all you've got to do is just fire the living hell out of it, and you can probably see the damage over time does take enemies down as well. Make sure, I'd recommend using the community patch 3.0 I think it is, which obviously gives better chance of elemental damage over time chance and things like that. It really does make a difference with this weapon, because as you can see I can fire it and this enemy doesn't die to my original bullets, but he does die after a short time with damage over time, which is pretty awesome. Damage wise, as I said, it is pretty, I wouldn't say OP, it's very damaging. If you can get rapid fire shots down, then it probably is a little bit OP, but as you can see with enemies like this scavenger here, it still takes quite a while to get it down. Do not recommend using this weapon if you've got a low spec PC, because it's absolutely mental. I mean, I run a very high spec PC and it still lagged my game quite a lot, but obviously that's just the sheer amount of projectiles flashing around on your screen right now. But yeah, it's definitely a very impressive display. Really like the idea of this. It just goes to show you don't have to make too many changes to weapons just to make them unique and completely different. So I like this weapon, and like I said, if you just want to use this as, you know, a side kind of pistol, the best situation for it would be to pull it out, like I said, against stalkers or something like that. Fire a blanket on the floor, get everyone's shields off, and then you can switch to another weapon of your choice and finish enemies off like that. But yeah, anyway, that is all you need to know about the Fortis. Let me know what you think of this weapon if you've tried it yourself down in the comments below. But for now, that was my modded weapon guide. Thank you to Kieirtrio. Hopefully to see and review some more weapons from you soon. But for now, I am off. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.